Hi guys, can you hear me? Anybody? Anybody? Oh my God, technology, I can't even begin to tell you.
No sound.
Okay. Anybody? Anybody?
Okay. We're good.
Maybe the universe is trying to tell me something by muting me. What do you think? Anybody? Maybe the universe is...
Yes.
Are you there?
I can hear you.
Sound for now. Okay. Hi, you guys. Let's start over, shall we? One moment, please. I'll just have a little sippy. You're in so much trouble. She's in so much trouble for doing that. Did you guys hear what Dina just did? Anybody?
I hope it muted it.
Okay. So you guys, this has been kind of a crazy week. Everything that can break has been breaking once again. Can you hear me okay? Anybody say yes? Bonita. Kind of a crazy week. Everything that can break. Yes? Anybody? Thank you. So I'm going to just get started. Before we get going, and while we're waiting just a tiny bit, looks like we have a small group today, which is I think that's great because then we can just get a little bit better readings in. Okay, so here's what I want to tell you guys. Remember the class that I've been creating that I've been going, oh my God, you've got to join my class? Well, because of the technical difficulties, the first video, so it's 4 videos, and the first one and the fourth one are pre-recorded. And I had an editor I'm working with and a video editor, and I sent things, but it's all messed up, so I couldn't get it out on time. So what we've decided to do is instead of charging you the $10 for the class or $9.97 or whatever it was, it's now free, okay? So if you would like to join our free card reading class, it's Card Reading 101. It is now free to you and your friends. It starts Saturday. And if you go to my Facebook page, Consulting Intuition, actually it's Intuitive Lisa. I do that all the time. Then you are going to find the information on that class, and or just reach out. Just let us know right here if you're interested, and we'll send you some information on it and how to get started on it. So, but those classes, it's going to start on Saturday, and then there'll be another one the next Saturday, and they're live so that we can practice with each other. And what else do I need to tell you? Oh my gosh, my brain is just fried today. Oh, I know what. If you guys want readings tonight, you need to come up with your questions. You can start thinking of those right now. They need to be thoughtful questions. The more fine-tuned it is, then the more fine-tuned of an answer you get. And so if you go, will my boyfriend and I get back together? I'm going to just give you a yes, or I'm going to give you a no. And quite frankly, I don't normally do yes or no. So it's like a 50-50 chance. I don't know. I think that's like parlor tricks. So I'm not really good with those. But I can tell you the energy of something and say, well, I don't see it. It's not popping up right now. Or I can tell you the cards that tell me kind of the feel of what's going on between the two of you. Please, hi Butterfly, welcome. please make sure that when you're asking your questions that you do not ask me to read for someone else, like on their, I mean, if they're with you right now, I can read for your friends that are in the room with you, but I can't do readings like, for instance, tell me what my boyfriend feels about me. Is he with another girl or whatever it is, because that's just unethical. I don't read for anybody without their permission. And I hope you like that, because I won't do it to you either. Okay. So let's see what else. So yeah, so the questions, make them start with, the best ones start with like how or what or why. Okay. And also the general questions, if you go, I just want a general reading, then please make sure you give me a topic. If it's going to be career, romance, whatever it's going to be, kind of give me a little bit of a general hint there, because I'm only doing like 3 card readings to start with. And so we have limited information that I'm dealing with. When we're on one-on-one, anybody will tell you, I'm laying out a ton of stuff. I'm laying out a ton of cards, and then my intuition's kicking in, and I tell everybody it's like I'm putting a puzzle together. So I'm getting these puzzle pieces, and then all of a sudden it just clicks, and I know exactly how to put that puzzle together to give you the entire big picture answer. So I think that's that. So if you want to be involved in the class by chance, or you just want more information, that is now free. Please make sure you say something, and little Dina right here, Dina, wave.
Hi.
Dina will write it down for us, and she'll give me a list of people. And remember, we have 1 more week of free readings next week. And so next Thursday, hopefully I'll remember.
I will.
I'm fried. Dina said she'll remember for us. But yeah, next week at 7 o'clock is our last free reading night. Not sure if we're going to go on into May, and I think I'm probably going to do something in May. It might just change just a little bit, the format. And I think that's the biggest things. That's the biggest things to remember. Okay. And Dina, do we have a question already? Dina's writing down our first question. And I see you guys doing all this. Has everybody had a good week? What's it been like for you guys? I've noticed the readings I do for others this week, I've been super busy, but a lot of people are getting to that point where we're just really stressed out about being home and COVID and what's happening to our jobs and things like that. You guys, I keep pulling the same card over and over and over. I've dubbed it my COVID card, because it basically is saying you're really worried about something. It's a temporary pause. You have unnecessary worry. Everything's going to be okay. All right. So with that, the other thing is that I'm a realtor, as some of you know, and so I have to keep up on what's going on out there, right? And 90% of, or what we've been told, 90% of executives of top companies say that within the next 2.5 months or so, that everything's going to be like kind of back up. This is going to be kind of behind us. Yes, there'll still be problems for some, but mostly we're going to be going okay at things. So hope that helped you a little bit. Let's just see, who do we have? Sharice is here. Hey, Sharice. Gina, hi. And Kay says, thanks, Dina. All right, so my first question is Gina. Yay, Gina, you're up. Gina wants to know, let's see here. Let's just go. Let me see here. You guys are being so patient. Will my family be making a move in about 1.5 years? Okay. Well, it's a yes or a no. So you know how those work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you, Gina, what the energy is. The other thing I kind of wanted to tell you guys is, even though I'm doing card readings here with you, that's not my top specialty, believe it or not. Some of you probably are going, oh yeah, Lisa, we know. So I use the cards mostly to kind of ground my mind, because everything, the way I'm trained, the classical way I'm trained is to use my intuition, and kind of everything that I'm sensing, everything that's going on, any images, smells, taste, anything that's coming to me, sounds at that time once the reading starts, is all part of the reading. And so I bring not only the card information in, but I'm bringing a lot of other stuff. And I know people have asked, hey, Lisa, show us the cards that you're reading. This isn't about me teaching you how to read cards. This is about me trying to gather the information, and with all the ways that I gather that and from all the sources that we use, and deliver the messages. So if you want to learn to read cards, if you want to know more about that and my style, join my class, okay? And let Dina know that you're interested in getting more information. Okay, Gina. So let's just see what it looks like for you and your family, okay? So, well, it looks like you guys, gosh, you've been in kind of a hermit year before this, or little hermit time where you're just kind of alone, kind of going within. And yeah, it looks like there's again, it says you need to have a little bit of patience. This patience thing is just chronic lately. And that you've got some helpers with you. Not seeing the move yet. Yeah, there's going to be there's a release of something. And so I'm going to say that probably, yes, you are going to be making a move. I can't tell you if it's going to be a year and a half or not. I would say sure, probably, because the cards are here. Much of anything over a year it isn't going to be here on the table for me. So the reason I'm saying that I do think that it's going to happen is because you've got this card, this release card, and that's just saying we're letting go of some old stuff and we're moving on into a new place. Now, a lot of times that means about our emotions and you know, our thoughts, and just we're kind of, I've been calling it powering up. So that's kind of my powering up card, like leave all that behind. You're a new person. But I think the move is what's going to do that for you. It says you have the resources and the ability, and if that's what you want to manifest, you're ready, you can manifest that. So that's pretty awesome. Got to make sure you comment and tell us what you thought about that. And of course, you guys, if you have extra questions, add them, because if we have more time, I'll just keep going if you know, want more insight or whatever. So we'll get that first question and then just keep kind of going along. So thank you, Gina, for that. We do appreciate it. And it looks like Bonita is next. And for Bonita, what's coming up for me in the upcoming months? All right. Bonita, do you want to just, anything in particular? That's kind of one of those general readings. Do you want me to just say, it looks like you've got some finance stuff or you've got some love stuff? And Dina, you can write their answers to stuff like that I asked them on these and put them over here for me. So like I'm asking Bonita if she wants to know about anything in particular, because she's kind of been sneaky there, Bonita, and asked me a general reading question in a very creative manner. Okay, so let's just see what's coming up for Bonita. Okay. All right. So the more fine-tuned that your question is, you guys, the more I think you'll get out of the answers when we're using this quick and short format, just so you know. So it looks like you've had the energy that's kind of moving forward for you, Bonita, is that you've been trying to really get some discipline around your life, some structure, get things kind of had to be a little bit of a leader. Bonita, do you have children? I want to know if Bonita has children. Can you let me know what she says about that? Are you okay? Because it almost looks like it's like stuff around the home or something like that, maybe, that you're trying to kind of organize around some personal things. Yes, you do. Because that's kind of what it feels like to me, is that you've needed to get some structure going on and be a real, like, step up and be more leadership. Well, if your kids are at home right now with you all the time and you're home all the time with the kids, of course that makes sense. Right now, it looks like you're having some challenges. It looks like maybe there was something you were wanting to do and that's not quite moving forward, so you're having challenges around that. But then I see what's coming up in the near future, which was your ultimate question, is, I mean, just a lot of awesomeness around your family. This is this 10 of water card right here. I don't know. There you go. You can see it. 10 of water. You see their heads above the water. They're down here playing. I think there's a dolphin in there, and dolphins are like playful. We've just got all of the cups. They have these cups all filled. So you've got this big emotional filling, happiness at home. Your material needs are met. You've got some trustworthy relationships. Now, that's what's coming up. And then we have this situation where kind of clashing heads and kind of pretending like there's not a problem, like there's a decision that's going to be need to be made. And the reason that's important for you to know is because when that happens, you're going to go, oh, this is what Lisa told me about. And you're going to be able to say that you can take this from kind of a higher level, because when we're caught off guard sometimes with, challenges like that, like especially a locking and knocking of the heads and our ideas, then we tend to just kind of let emotion take us away. Well, now you've got time to kind of go, okay, I'm not going to let my emotions take me away. I'm not going to. This is an opportunity for me to handle this in a really mature way and to see things from a little different plane of view, to listen. More than that, I'm hearing that you need to listen to what the other person is saying. Who that person is, I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to look into them that far right here. We can do one-on-one readings, and we can tell you all kinds of stuff. Now, from that, then I see that there's going to be some sort of, like, you've got the Dreamer card, which is also the Fool card. And that's kind of, we're starting off on a new journey. Typically, I mean, it could be a new journey in many ways, but I like to think it's something big, like you're becoming new, like you're seeing yourself as new. You're treating the world around you differently. You're seeing things differently. Or like you're starting something big, maybe like school or something like that, maybe a new job. And then that takes you like away from things and onto newness in your life. Bonita, I'm just going to throw it out there, okay? Are you by chance having troubles in a relationship? That's what I just want to ask you. I don't see that. I want to know if that's what this is related to. And if you've known that you're having troubles and you're thinking about getting out of something, then maybe that's where the change is going to come. All right? Thank you for asking us. Thank you for being here. All right. So now we have, hey, Kay, I see that you said that you'd like to do the class, but you don't have cards right now. You guys, you can order those on, oh, you're planning on going back to school, Bonita. Hold on, I'm going to get back to that. But Kay, about the class, if any of you want to take the class and you don't have cards, I'll get some in the mail to you tomorrow. The only cards that I have to sell right now, Dina, I can't stand up, or I get these cards myself because I had little leggings on and I took them off. So if I stand up, you guys are going to see my underpants. Oh, it was so hot in my office, I had to take them off. So Dina has to do it. So, all right. So if you guys want cards, I can mail these out. These are normally $21.99. I have been getting them out for mailing them to you. I can do that. Let's say $19. Okay. And that's with mailing. Okay. Or I have these. These are more expensive. These are $30, and I can get those out to you, mailed to you for $25. Or these, the Guardian Angel deck, and again, those would be $19 mailed to you. And I could get those started tomorrow. That way you could join us in the class hopefully by Saturday. So who knows? Or get on Amazon and see what you can find. And I would prefer you to have the Rider Waite. Okay? So that's that. Bonita. Yes, the relationship. When you said yes, that's about the relationship might not be the very best. Oh, no, class. The class is what you're going to be doing, right? Yep, class. So that's what I'm seeing coming up for you is the starting of a new class then. So that hit, because I think that's what we mentioned. The class will not be on YouTube. It is going to be on Zoom. All right. And there's going to be links on my Facebook page that you can get to. Right now, the link that's on there makes you pay. After we're off of this 1 hour together, I will get on there and create a new link for a meeting. And then that's how you can get on the class for free, because the current link makes you pay the $10 for it. All right. And I think there's a couple people that have paid for it. I think I've already told them that we're going to make sure to get that money back to them, or they can apply it to whatever readings or whatever. Okay, guys, are we having fun yet? And Charisse is next. Okay, Sharice says, let's see here. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. And so the classes, you guys, is going to be and I think you all know this now, is going to be a basic card reading class. I'm going to start with the history. I start with the history. We're going to talk about how to buy a deck. So if you don't have a deck, it's okay. We're going to talk about the differences between a little bit of the decks, how to choose one, even getting your cards ready to use. And I know this is really basic for some of you. This was what's on that first video that got messed up. But also, like, just how to open a card deck for the first time. And I actually, where are they? I actually had a deck of cards right here. And I promise I'm going to get with you, Sharice, on your question. So I actually have this brand new deck of cards that I bought. And so we're going to be going through like this unboxing of the cards from the time that you get them and what to do at that point. So that's how we'll start our class. And then we're going to be, so Saturday's going to be a little bit longer because I have to add some of that first class in there. And then we're going to move right on into archetypes and how the archetypes, how the astrology and numerology play into the cards, and we go into, which is a lot of information, and if we still have time on Saturday, we'll go into upright versus reversals. Okay, that might be saved for the third class. So Sharice, I'm back, and it's all about you, Sharice. Sharice has a guy friend that she thinks she's figured out, and she wants to know what the cards say about him. He better be nice, Sharice. I'm partial to you, and I want him to treat you good, girl. Okay? So, let's just see. Sharice, did you get your altar made yet? You see that box right back there, that little thing? That's kind of my altar, because it has all those little special things. So when angels send me little messages like feathers, they go in there, and just anything that kind of stands out. There's flowers from my mom's funeral. I mean, anything that pictures of special people, a book that all of my friends signed after a party one time for me. So I want to make sure you've got that altar space set up. And which also brings me to tell you guys, I have another video I'm getting ready to film about incense. I'm going to talk more about that in a second, so hold that. Sharice, I'm still thinking about yours, okay? I'm still shuffling those cards. Here we go. Let's just see if this guy is good enough for our Sharice. You want to? Well, it looks like you're expecting the worst with this guy, and you're kind of in your head with him, and you're kind of, I know you're having some anxiety about it, and that maybe not sleeping as well as you should, and that's not for the right reasons, that you're not getting enough rest. This is about you. Looks like you're trying to make a decision about him. I'm not seeing him. That's got still some money stuff for you. Okay, then we have the Empress. All right, Sharice, if you are dating him, if you're going to date him, and I know you're not really around people right now, how do I say this? Whatever you do, please use birth control, okay? Whenever I see that card like that, I'm just like, dang, make sure to tell everybody to use birth control unless they want to have a pregnancy. Honey, what I see for you right now is not a lot of him. It's a lot of career stuff and getting your finances on track. Yeah, I'm not seeing him as anybody significant. So that's about as much as I can tell you about him. Of course, I'm not reading on him. I'm sorry if that doesn't answer more. I think it does answer it. You might be really excited about him right now, but you just need to have your focus still on the financial things and getting life set up. But I think, keep him as a companion. That's totally fine. But I don't see him as like this great love thing right now. So that's kind of what I'm picking up. I hope that helped. Okay. Hi, Samantha, Karina, hi. So glad you're here too. And we have Erin. Okay. And you guys remember, if you have more questions about the readings that I'm doing right now tonight, and we have extra time, go ahead and put that extra request in there for more information or specifications or whatever. And if we have time tonight, I will get to them, if everybody's got their first one answered. Okay, so Erin, I'm going to get to yours. I'm going to be shuffling while I'm talking, so I'm not wasting time, I promise. I'm filling it up with good stuff. I do want to let you guys know that new video, it seems so silly to me. I started going, I'm going to teach people what I know about incense, because I didn't know about incense resin and all this other stuff until just this year. So I was like, maybe I'll just throw together a video on that. I spent my entire Saturday studying incense, okay, and the history of incense. And by the time it was done, I ordered like a little tiny drop of perfume using this special wood, this oud wood. It cost me like $60 for literally probably a drop of this, because everything I was learning about this special wood and scents and incense and everything else is just, whoa, okay, there's a lot there to learn. So I'm going to be putting that video out for you. The way you find my videos, most of you here know, is to go to Intuitive Lisa on Facebook or join our Consulting Intuition group. It's a Consulting Intuition and More. Remember that next week the Charles Virtue videos come down. They will no longer be on the Consulting Intuition and More. So if you want to know about mediumship through Charles Virtue, it's like mediumship 101, real basic, but get on there and listen to the videos or download them or whatever. Okay, I'm here for Erin now. We're ready. Erin, I am following in from my last reading about what's my love life looking like. What's her love life? Oh, that's not you. That's not the one, right? Her week has definitely been hectic too. I'm following in from my last reading about what's my love life looking like. Look at your cute little picture, Erin. You're adorable. Your love life should always be booming, girl. I think something's going to start, like, there's lots of energy around this thing. Like, it started off, you've got that great card where it's all happy and contented, and then it says it's time to kind of buckle down and get some things done around your material things, and then all of a sudden you've got this passion thing that's just like boom, taking off. Okay, and yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. I want you to be able to balance yourself a little bit as far as the time that you're spending and the way that, I don't want you to get all stressed out because you're staying too busy also, because yeah, there's just a lot of things happening for you. And I think that's probably, once COVID lifts, there's going to be probably, you're going to be doing a lot with work and taking care of other things. And then there's this guy coming in and whoa, okay. But again, I see more business for you than anything. There's like the beginning of some sort of a business venture and abundance. I've got another card about you got too much going on. So Erin, I'm going to tell you that what you need to hear, sweetheart, is you need to have a focus on what's really important right now. And if you want to date, I don't mind. Well, it's none of my business if you do or not. But as your big sister, Lisa, I'm going to say it's okay to date, but maybe just keep it as companionship level. You don't need to be into anything really heavy right now, because you've got some other things that are going to bring you more peace, like making sure you've got stability around finances and career and things like that. But it's still okay. It's just that you're going to have a tendency to be super busy. And so if you have to decide between spending your time thinking about this guy or spending your time thinking about being debt-free and career choices or school or whatever it is, choose the thinking about things that are really more impactful for your life. The guy is not your priority now. That was a long way to say that. The guy is not your priority right now. Okay? I'm sorry. I know we all just want to be in these love relationships, but the more I'm thinking about this, and this is part of this reading, dang, it's never really hit me, but I think a lot of people are thinking about their romance right now as a way to escape what we really need to focus on. That's exactly it. What do you think, Dina?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's actually what's going on, Erin. I think that it's an escape. I think a lot of people are using these relationships as escapes. And I want to warn you not to do that because you really need to be focused on some other things, okay? So now we have Butterfly. Hi. General love reading, please. Here we go. Let's make it a good one, okay? Butterfly, are you with someone right now, honey? Dina, can you check and see if Butterfly's with somebody now? Let's just see what she has to say about it. Whoops.
I'm single.
She's single. Okay.
Single as a Pringle.
Pringles aren't single, Dina. They're with other Pringles.
I was going to say, why did people say that?
Okay. I'm reading through this, you guys. All right, so Dina, good. We've got all that. Yes, Karina, you're on the list, I guess. Did you ask your question, Karina? And is Charisse will do birth control. And yes, you are so on point. That's how I felt, is that he's not the one. I'm focused on me. Charisse, love you, mean it. You're a good girl. Hi, Viola, Tricolor. How are you? You said good morning. Are you in like Australia? Where are you? Tell me where you are. Michelle. Hi, Michelle Lynn. Hi there. This is Dina back here.
Hi, everybody.
It's my little helper. Chrissy, hi, honey. Yes, you can get a reading too. All you guys have to do is make sure that you put your, you need to ask a question that's not about just like generally speaking. If you do that, it needs to be about a topic like love, finances, kids, whatever it is. Or you can ask a question that starts with how, what, or why, not so much no or yes. Okay, so Butterfly, we are on yours, right? Right there. Here we go. I'm ready for you. I want to hear good things. Got all these people wanting to find us some love. I'm going to tell you girls that you might have to kiss a lot of frogs, but eventually you'll find the right one. But you want to know how you do that? Let me tell you a secret. You got to make sure you're doing good, okay? Because the ones you find when you're just a hot mess, they're kind of there to help you clean up your hot mess. So you kind of want to be in a really good spot. You want to have stability. You want to have clear mind. Doesn't mean you have to be perfect by any means, but you got to know, you got to have a strong sense of who you are. And if you know who you are, then you're going to quit kissing frogs and you're going to start attracting these princes, and they're going to look at you and they're going to go, yeah, this one, she won't threaten my kingdom or whatever, you know. She's somebody that I could see myself with. So I think that you're going to find more keepers if you work more on you. So I'm going to say Butterfly, that's probably part of your reading, okay? Because as you know, I think that everything that comes into the reading is part of everything I'm feeling, hearing, thinking comes into being part of the reading for you. So no matter how we try, some of y'all are not getting this love right now. I see you needing to make that in the past. You've needed to make this big decision about a direction to go, and kind of these pulling forces like good and bad. Like maybe if you were in a relationship and that's who you're talking about, a specific person, you're like, I know this person's not right for me, but I can't seem to get away from them. And so then you spoke your mind with confidence, and right now it's like there's just this imbalance with you going on, kind of with your emotions and things, Bonita, or Butterfly. Yeah, so this King of Air guy that I have right now, this is somebody that, and it could be the guy, it could be a guy who is, typically we see this person like they're really smart, they're very diplomatic, they could be a lawyer, something like that. They're in a kind of a a profession, not just a job. And so it's either that guy, or it could be you having this, you needing to make better decisions and, take a more diplomatic approach. The Six of Air is what I've got next. And this is about you starting some sort of new career thing. And the only reason I could think that would come up in a love reading is that maybe meeting somebody in that format, maybe, with a new job and worrying about paying off your debts and stuff. Maybe that's how you're going to find somebody, which was what I just told you before I even saw that card. And I said, I think this reading is probably partly for you, butterfly. So I'm going to go with that. And then it shows these cards where you've got these stinking thinking cards where some of the cups are turned over and some of them are upright and they're filled with a bunch of stuff. And they're saying, focus on what you have instead of what you don't have. So butterfly, honey, as much as I want to tell you there's somebody right there right now and you can start thinking only about love, that's just not where it is right now, sweetheart. It's telling you need to take care of some things with your making sure you're balanced emotionally, physically. Okay, so if you need to probably, I'm feeling like maybe there's, I don't know, maybe just getting ourselves healthier. So maybe you feel like you're carrying around some extra weight that making you feel a little more stressed and run down and tired. Let's work on that kind of a thing. Go on longer walks, do something like that. Think about that career choice. So that's just sort of what I'm seeing. Okay. So it looks like Kay is next. What messages do my spirit team have for me? Let's see, spirit team. Hi, Kay. Look at your cute little picture and your white teeth. You whiten those teeth every day? Look at that picture. My God. Adorable.
I wish. I have braces.
So little Dina here today is getting ready to color her hair pink. So maybe by next Thursday, you guys will be able to see Dina's pink hair. So as you know, next Thursday will be our last free Thursday night, 7 o'clock here on YouTube. I'm working on something for May. I haven't decided if we're going to be just full-on free readings or we're going to do some teaching and some free readings. We'll just see. You guys let me know what you want, Speak up. You tell me. I'm going to give you what you want, okay? But again, these are very abbreviated readings, so if you really need to work on something or get some real depth to our readings, call me. 816-826-8000. Call me, text me. Okay. All righty. Messages does Spirit Team have for me? Wow, you got some good ones here. Okay. Hey, honey, I have my favorite card for women in this deck. And this is this card that says, this is the energy of the past that's going forward. Oops, you see her in the Nine of Fire. Look at her. She's just badass, real confident, She's just super confident. She's got this dragon helper next to her, and that dragon helper's like looking up at her going, what do you want us to do next? So you've got this powerful helper, and then they're like, okay, so you just kicked their butt. Now what do you want to do? You're just powerful, but you're powerful in a way that's very sure of yourself. And they're saying, continue on. You have courage. You've really done really well. You've had to work hard at something, and they're saying now is not the time to quit. Don't give up. You've got the Sun card, which is one of my favorite cards. It's next to the Star probably as far as my major arcana cards that I love. And the major arcana cards, are cards that are about bigger things in our life. These other ones are about day-to-day things. And these are about big life changes or big life events. And the Sun, is telling you that there's some sort of enlightenment. You've had all this, happy outcomes to things that you put, this energy that you put into motion. And again, they're telling you that you need to have confidence in yourself. So if you are in any way doubting whatever it is you're wanting to do, whatever seeds you've planted and energy that you've put into motion, if you're at all doubting yourself, then don't. Okay, you have everything you need. Your angels and guides, they want you to know they're right there next to you. Uriel is one of the guides, so I'm going to say this has something to do with career probably. And then we have Ariel, who is, put on your rose-colored glasses and see things from this positive point of view. And there's all this strength. And the strength card says, again, you need to have some inner strength right now. You don't need to go to anybody else for your strength, sweetheart. Everything is within you. Any harsh judgments that you've had about the past and about yourself, you need to let them go. Because I need to tell you, whatever it is, if you'd have known better, you'd have done better. And I know I've said that to some of you out there, but Kay, you really need to hear that. You haven't always made the best choices, but honey, you're making them now. And I want you to just keep moving forward with that in a very compassionate way, but mostly compassionate for yourself. You need to have some compassion for yourself and believe in you. Because I really do think you put in some hard work and you should be patting yourself on the back. Okay? So, good job. Okay. I'm going to read some of these things. Okay, Gina says that her daily card for herself has almost been exactly the same message since the shelter at home has started. Is that who we are? Gina's next, I think. Did we already do Gina's?
Yes.
Yeah, we already did Gina. Yeah, Gina, that's really interesting. Can you tell me kind of what that message is? Because was it about your family moving? Is that what it was? I feel like we talked about that. I feel like we talked about it, and it looks like the energy is kind of shifting that direction. Didn't I tell you you were gonna do that before? Anyway, off track. Samantha wants to know, what is something I need to be letting go of to move closer to my purpose or the next chapter of my life? Okay, Samantha, your picture is this little green head. And I don't think that's what you look like at all. Just saying. Okay. Something I need to let go of to move closer to your purpose in the next chapter of your life. I love the way you did your question, by the way. Good job. When you guys start looking at depth cards, like cards about how we function in the world, how we can have a real solid life, that's when you're going to start really seeing your guides really, really answer you, okay? So when you get a channeling, have any of you guys ever had a channeling done? Here's what you learn. You learn real quick. You got source, like you're tapped into some real big energy, real big smarts, like they can see everything, right? You tapped into the Akashic records, the all-knowing knowledge, or you're tapped in, you've got somebody channeling and this energy to this being that's just amazing, and you can ask them anything. And are you going to go to them and are you going to say, will I be getting back together with that guy that cheated on me? I mean, is that really what you want to ask those beings? Or do you really want to ask them how you can quit making the same choices so that you can find somebody who's never going to do that to you, who's going to treat you with love and respect? You see where I'm going with this, you guys? I want you to start thinking at that higher plane, like, is this really, it's not that there's a problem asking those questions. It's not at all it. But when we start taking our focus from that ego level to that more spiritual level, we start getting back a lot more, and our life just really starts moving us to where we really want to be, okay? Because you really don't want to know if you want to get back together with the guy that cheated on you. You want to know if you're going to find somebody and how you do that. Isn't that right, you guys? Okay. So, Samantha, I like the way you asked your question because it shows me that you are really wanting to do the hard work that it takes to be your personal best, okay? And that's not to chastise anybody else. It's not. Been there, done that. And there are some days, all I want to know is, will Dina clean her room? And what do I need to do to get Dina to clean her room? Right? Okay. So we just have those kind of days, and then we have the bigger days. Okay? So here we go. So, sweetie, you have, you've got this card that just says there's an awakening. There's all kinds of new possibilities for you. And it looks like there's going to be some things from the past that are going to resurface a little bit. So you're going to have to put some extra effort in. And this is a major life card right here. Okay. So, but you're coming into your own, it looks like, and some sort of, you're coming into your own as far as assuredness about you. But I do see some sort of a new partnership on a more, you know, a more minor level, like an earthly level. So they're not really telling us here yet what they want. Well, I think there is somebody in the outlook for you, it looks like, possibly. I mean, this is the first card I pulled that says, I think there's somebody. So, so what can you do to move closer to, I think there's some sort of guilt or something from the past, or some fear, some sort of stagnation. You're feeling really overburdened. And I'm going to say that I think what you need to do, honey, is make sure that the people that are in your life that you trust, are you getting advice from somebody? It feels like there's some old things being said to you, or some old stories and scenarios going on in your head, and like, you're not good enough, you shouldn't do this, you should do that. People like kind of controlling what you're doing. And I'm going to say that you're kind of just, you need to be in still waters and realize you need to follow the light, honestly. You need to follow the truth and the energy of the truth. And so whatever you're hearing from all these other sources, you just need to let that go, because your intuition is right on, and you need to follow that, and you need to follow your spirit guides, what you feel in your heart to be true. So what I see with this card, honey, and what I'm reading through this for you is, it's like you're standing there in safe waters, and you know that you need to cross these waters, and they're rough. They're not the roughest waters I've ever seen, okay? And rough water also tells me there's a lot of internal conflict, and that we need to come to peace with. And I think that's just some old stories that are going through your head that you need to let go of and release. Again, if you'd have known better, you'd have done better. And from now on, you've made this commitment to be your personal best. But I also see that on the other side of that rough water, there's like trees and these mountains. So there's still some challenges even after that. So I don't want you to think there's easy sailing for you right now. But if you could just get on over, follow that light, like trust. Because in this card, do you see this? Can you see that? So you're standing here on this water, right? And everything's okay. And then you've got these rough waters right in here. And yeah, they're scary. But do you see her up here? Do you see this right up here? Jeremiah, whoever, the angel. They're saying, follow me. Because I'm going to guide you on the direction that you should go. And you just need to trust me. Kind of like when they split the waters. That kind of faith. So this is, Jeremiah is the archangel. It's called the mercy of God. The color that we see when we're calling him into our, and angels are he or she, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to say he. Whenever we call them in and we're praying, we're going to see this dark purple color. Okay, that's the color that surrounds, it's often affiliated around this archangel. Kind of like that color, which kind of looks blue, but that's actually purple. And this is about developing your spiritual gifts, conducting a life review, enlightenment of what's next. Ironically, that was your question of what's next, okay? And that's what this card is all about, that angel. And they said call on them to do your readings also. So I think you're going to be doing readings, and you're going to be helping yourself more. And ultimately, honey, we have Raphael. Oops. And I think Raphael is some healing energy, and also helps us to find our soulmates. Kind of matchmaking. So that's what I got for you. You got lots of information. So let's just see. I agree. I've been dealing with letting go of certain anxiety, because it's like I don't know how. Here's what Samantha had to say. She said, yeah, I agree. I've been dealing with letting go of certain anxiety because it's like I don't know how to function without it. I'm so glad you mentioned a person. So am I, because you're awesome, and I don't ever want you to be alone. I don't want any of you guys to be alone. I want us to be on here and just everybody bitching about the people in our lives and how we wish that they would bring us flowers every day or chocolates in bed or something. So like, we've got such a great life that that's all we have to complain about is we're not getting chocolates fed to us in bed, right? Okay. There you go. So, Toni, I am on my spiritual life. Am I on my spiritual life path? Let's just see here. Dina, Kay wants to have pink hair too. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay. I see you. Yes, honey, you can have a reading too. Caramel apple? That sounds delicious. Danny, hi. Hi there. Who else was that? I just got somebody else. Megan. Hi, Megan. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, I'm going to go back up here to Toni's question. Going to try to keep moving right along so we can get all these in. You told me you were in Sweden before, didn't you? Dina, where are we? Where are we? Toni. Not seeing Toni. Okay, so Toni, am I on my spiritual life path? Okay. Yeah, you're on your spiritual life path. And we know that because we all are. So you're never going to be off your path, sweetheart. You just might be, might have your focus off. So I'm going to see if your focus is on what it's supposed to be on. Is that okay? Because you're on your spiritual path, sweetie. We all are. That's what we're doing here. See, everybody that's left us and gone on and the deceased, they're all home, and we're here in our earthy experience and learning more about us and ourselves spiritually at the deepest level of ego, honestly. Okay, Toni, I'm going to just see what's going on, honey. Okay. So again, you guys, Saturday is our class starting. Anybody that's ever wanted to learn some more about tarot and the basics, if you already know what the heck you're doing, you're going to be bored with the class, okay? So don't do that. But if you're new to them and you think you could find out a little bit more, get some more depth, then come on, join us on Saturday. Hey, Toni, honey. So, Toni, yeah, you've had some real imbalance in the past and a need to kind of get yourself going here. The timing was off. I think there's been some big stalls in your life since the time you decided you really wanted to pay attention to, kind of growth, your spiritual growth. And then some things started happening, maybe kind of got you off kilter just a little bit. You've got some fears. There's some employment issues here. So your mind's kind of bogged down, it looks like, with some things, not just about employment, but mostly about earthly needs and the challenges around our earthly needs. So your focus might be off a little bit because, yes, it's important to have earthly needs met. But I want you to consider just really to what extent those really are necessary in order for you to have a good life. And yeah, if you need to let go of some of your ideas about this is what's coming to me. Yeah, they're telling me that if you need to let go of some of the ideas you have about the life you want to lead, then you need to go ahead and let go of those, because a simple life is just as good as just this fabulous, over-the-top, rock star life. And not that I think that's what you absolutely want, but I do think you want a little bit more material-wise. And so it's throwing your balance off because you're kind of focused on gaining some of those kind of things instead of I just want to know why you need those things. I don't know. It just says you're really ready. You've got everything you need. There's this great alchemy moving within, kind of this mixing of everything. You've got Raziel, and Raziel, where are you? Oh, it's the secret of God, okay? When you see Raziel, this is a rainbow color when we're working with this archangel, and it says it's understanding the secrets of the universe, your dream interpretation. So you're probably getting a lot of dreams right now, and you need to be writing down your dreams in a dream journal so that you can go within and interpret those through using your intuition. You've got some healing that's going on from some past life stuff too. And taking the knowledge that you've gained so far, and kind of now it's time to take it and move it into a real use of that stuff. That's what it's saying. So yeah, I think you're on your right path, is what I think you really wanted to know. But don't get so bogged down in the earthly things. Get a job or make a job, a career, but don't make it be your everything. Don't make it throw your emotions completely off your game or take your attention away from what's really, truly important, because you're on this, you're doing good. You know, you just had some of these hiccups and they've thrown you off your game a little bit, but you're fine. You're fine, Toni. Okay? And Samantha, you better have a profile picture before next Thursday, 7 p.m. here, right here, okay? Dina, who do we have next? Viola? Dina, I see some other ones on here that, oh, you've got them right there. Okay, Viola wants a general love reading. Viola, let's get you some love, shall we? Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay, Viola says that she wants a general love reading. She's single, but she does have her eye on someone. Ooh. Speaking of eyes, I have no makeup on today because I have an autoimmune disease and it affects my skin, and my eyes have been affected. So I can't really wear makeup, and I thought, you guys don't really care, do you? Nah, we don't care. I know it's unprofessional, but whatever. We're just here chitty-chatting, just us. Okay. I love our time together here, you guys. I freaking love it. I'm going to love it more, though, when we're in our little meeting and we're all chitty-chatting back and forth and we hear your beautiful voices and have you, you know, add all this into all your energy in. So, Viola, hang on. Okay. Viola. Dang, your cards are sticking together here. I think that card was first. Here we go. Oh, wow, you've been in some big life things too, sweetheart. And there's some sort of a decision you're needing to make right now, or that's coming up that you're going to need to make. And I am going to say that they want you to kind of watch out a little bit for, you know, kind of overindulgences, wishful thinking, thinking too much, like daydreaming-ish kind of thing. I do see some inflow of abundance for you. I don't see a love thing coming up, honey. I mean, it's not here today anyway. I don't see anything, but I do see some work stuff and some stuff around the beginnings of some sort of a new venture doing with your abundance and your worldly goods and your worldly, you know, stability and stuff. And some sort of new inspiration that's going to have sort of a challenging beginning, but it's going to be taking off. Again, you guys, I want to really give you good readings, but we're kind of limited here. So call me. Okay? I can tell you that I do readings on a website, and people pay dearly for those readings when you guys really, you know, we're going to give them the same amount of love and attention, but you guys get it here for so much cheaper. So if you really need to know something, and I am feeling there's some of you that need this, and Viola, you might be that one, reach out to me. Just reach out. Let's just do it, okay? Or take the class, and we're going to be doing more readings there, and we can read more into what we need to. Caramel Apple, will I work things out with my boyfriend? We still live together, but are broken up. Ooh. Okay. Let's see.
I think I got it at
okay. All right. Caramel Apple. Kay said she's got some lessons that really paid off.
Right there.
Danny wants pink hair too. And here is this question. You ready? Okay. I'm always going to tell you guys the truth is in the energy. Okay? Don't you let anybody ever tell you what your truth is. Not me, not anyone. But I am going to tell you the energy. That's what we're going to be looking around. Caramel Apple. You're so cute. I love that name. Adorable. But the truth is in the energy. Now, the cards are always going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And what you want to hear is, oh, yeah, you're going to work it all out and all that. I'm going to just tell you, they're going to tell you exactly what you need to hear. And I'm feeling like, unless you guys can work out the reasons you broke up, that this might not be the right person for you. That's what I'm hearing before I pulled the cards. Let's just see what the cards have to say. And when I say that, honey, not the right one for you, it's like, can you guys work on some of those issues? Do you really think you can get past them? Because if you can't get past them, why do you want to be together and keep torturing yourself? Why do you want all that? Sometimes, we think that each relationship is the one, and they're just there to, some of them are the one that lasts, until we're done here on earth in this experience. But a lot of them, and most of them, are just these relationships that are there to teach us lessons, and we're supposed to learn from them, or provide a companionship, and then we move on from them. So right now, honey, you've got this illusion that you're trapped. You've had this illusion. That's what the energy was around this, saying you were wanting to leave. You're like, I want to get out of this, but I don't feel like I can. A lot of times that's around finances. That's what I found. We got this guy taking care of us or helping us, or it just, our stability seems like we're going to be messed up, or we're going to be too sad to get away from it. We're going to, we're all in our head thinking, I really think I do want to leave, but it feels real hard, so I don't really want to. Hang on, I got to have a drink.
No drinking on the dog.
You guys like my koozie? It's cute. So then I see that there was a need for some structure around things. It's a major life thing right now, honey. You're going through a big lesson. And are there children involved anywhere in this? I'm picking something up that possibly there's children. And I want you to know that, there's some chaos. And if there's kids around, I want you to remember that they're being raised in this chaos. And I don't want that around for them. That's not good. So one way or the other, you two are going to have to work this through and work it out. Because if there's no kids and you're going to be together and you want kids, then of course you've got to work it out for that cause. But it feels like there's some kids around, but there's chaos, and you've got to get a handle on that. And focus on the family. There's got to be some sort of leadership. Maybe both of you guys are trying to be the leaders right now, and which is okay. You can lead in the areas that you're strong in, but there's room for both of you to do that. You can both be right, and you can both be wrong, but it's that ugliness. You got to get rid of it. And if you guys can't get rid of that, it doesn't matter if you're going to be together or not. You're no kids, but trying. Okay, you can't. No. Okay, are you listening to me, Caramel Apple, right now? Okay, please listen to me. Please. Again, you don't have to take what I'm saying and do anything, but honey, I care, and I want to make sure you're having the best life possible. Okay, I promise you. I don't want you guys working on kids when you've got this kind of chaos, this kind of disagreements. You guys got to figure you out. You guys got to be in this loving, wonderful, respectful place. And if you're not there, then he's not the one to have the kids with. You can't bring the kids into that life. Okay? I want you to have everything you want. Now you got this moon card, and this moon card tells me that there's something that's kind of unknown. It can mean a lot of things. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. But for me, it just tells me in this situation that there's just some other kind of something that's going to be coming into play. It's going to tell you without a doubt what you need to do. But again, you feel like you're just trapped with this guy, and I don't think you are. I really don't think you are. Okay? And if you feel, if you're going to stay, you guys better get to working it out. And you can't be living together too much longer trying to have kids, or put yourself in risk of having children. I want you on birth control. I want you working on that relationship first, because you got one life to live, sweetheart, and I want it to be the best one possible for you. I want you to have everything your heart ever desires. But I think we're trying to become a doctor without going to med school. That's kind of what it feels like. We're trying to have what we really want without doing the hard work first. Okay? And I hate saying that to you, but I promise you, I mean it with love and everything. Okay? Okay. We have Chrissy. Should I give up in my love life? Okay, Chrissy. Should I give up with my love life? And I don't know what your boyfriend's going to look like in the future because I don't do, you know, you guys, I want to educate you too on some of this stuff with readers and things like that. And I'm not dissing other readers. I don't want to do that. Everybody's got something. But there are readers out there that are not super ethical.
That's not smart.
Okay, and Danny, you're going to be my last question for the night after we get done with Chrissy's. So any questions that you need me to ask, anything else, you guys, or if you want to be in on the class, let us know now. Dina's going to write it down and keep that, okay? So you guys, and then again, we're going to be back next Thursday at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. You guys, where was I? I don't even know where I was. So other readers, they're going to tell you, you're going to say, what day will I meet my next, my soulmate, and what color hair will he have, and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you, there's some readers who are going to tell you that, and some of it, it's going to be like, oh, wow, how could they have known that? I just feel like these cards were not, and when we do our history class on the card reading, when we do the history part of our card reading class, you're going to learn that that's not what these cards started out as, okay? They did not start out as fortune-telling cards, and that's definitely not what I ever picked them up to do. I take them very, very serious. I take them as spiritual. You know how they have this bad rap in Christianity and things like that? And I even ran into that this week. And I can hold my head up high and say, I don't really give two shits what you think, that my card reading is evil, because I know the intention I put into it. I know the intention and the integrity I have for my readings and how I read those for people. And I will tell you that is as much as any pastor up there at any pulpit, I am telling you from the goodness and everything, but I will not give you winning numbers, winning horses, tell you what your future boyfriend's going to look like. I just can't, because that is not what you need. That is not what's good for you. And there's no way I can know that, quite frankly. Okay? I just couldn't. I can tell you the energy, though, moving forward. So I am telling you that because I don't want you, any of you, to be taken advantage by any of these people. And if they ever tell you they want to sell you a candle and help that you're cursed and you've got to lift those, don't you ever, ever, ever believe those people. You get up and you walk around and walk away. And as you're walking away, give them a big old finger from me, okay? Tell them to F off, because that's just not right. Wow, I just went on a tangent, didn't I? I sure did. I want to protect you guys. You're my friends. And I want to protect you. All right, Chrissy, let's see what we can see in the area of love for you, though, okay? Let's see the energy around it. And let's see what we need to do to get you closer to love. Would that be okay? I think it is. Okay. When you come here, you're going to be loved on. You're going to hear some harshness, but you're going to be loved on. I promise you, okay? Well, so what I have here is that you have been preparing yourself. I think you still need to prepare yourself. You've got Gabrielle on your side. This is the energy that's moving forward. You keep seeing me go to these little chart that I have. I do my little angel prescriptions, and I work with the angels, and I go to this to see which angel is best for what. And right now, Chrissy, we've got Gabrielle, and Gabrielle is about messages, communication, can be about parenting. They're also about our creativity, and they're words that kind of give us a nudge. And I'm going to say, do you have new children? Have you had children recently in the past? Or have you given birth to something new? Have you just opened yourself up to maybe being ready for a new relationship? I do see that you're kind of bored and that you're kind of missing some opportunities. So if you haven't thrown your net out there wide enough, then you kind of might, it feels like you've narrowed your search in just a little bit too much. So we've all, and I think most of us at one time in our life, we got pen and paper out and we just started writing our list. I want him to have brown hair. I want him to be 6 foot tall. I want him to be a lawyer. I want him to drive a really nice fast car, because guys that drive fast cars I think are just really exciting. So I want that. You get where I'm going? I think you've made that list mentally or even probably on paper at some point. And I'm going to encourage you to go back to that list and kind of rethink it from a higher level. What do you really want this guy to be like? I want you to put that intention out there of who it is you want and why you want that. And when you say, okay, I want a guy who has brown hair. Okay, Chrissy, you can have a guy that has brown hair. Let's ask you, why do you want a guy that has brown hair? Oh, I don't know. I've just been so attracted to it. Well, why is that, Chrissy? Why have you been always attracted to a guy with brown hair? Well, I've just always seen these guys that have had brown hair. I've met a lot of guys that have brown hair, and they're just really nice. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. So, Chrissy, why is that? What is it about it? Because they're nice, and why is that? Well, I want to be treated well, okay? I want, my dad had brown hair, and he was just a really good guy, and I want somebody who's really nice and treats me good. Do you see what we've done? We've taken this simple thing, and we've boiled it down to what it's really about at a heart level, and that's what I want you to do with your list, because I'm telling you, if you do this, there's some sort of a relationship moving into being for you, okay? But I want you to get clear on what you really want and what you really don't need, and throw a wider net and understand what it is and why you're looking for those things. Otherwise, don't have any preconceived ideas. I think it's smart to have a few preconceived ideas about who we want in our life. And you guys, I'm reading this for Chrissy right now, but this is for all of you. You know that, right? We all know that, okay? So, Chrissy, was there someone in the past, by chance, that you really liked that maybe isn't quite gone yet, that maybe you're wanting to still have something with? Because I think that's even a possibility if that's a yes. If it's not, okay, then I want you to start connecting with some other people, because maybe you're going to meet somebody through some friends or something like that, okay? And that's what I've got for your question tonight. I could spend all night on your question with you. I don't know. They're just going blah, 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 okay? Just all kinds of downloading stuff. Oh, you're single, but anyway. Danny wants to know if he'll move to, is it Danny? Okay, Danny wants to know, will I move to Colorado soon? And what type of spirit guides do we have? Danny, I can't tell you what kind of spirit guides you have right now in this setting. That's kind of a big something. Here's what I can tell you about your spirit guides. Are y'all listening? Okay. So the spirit guides sometimes don't want you to know from someone else. Sometimes what I have found more than often is that they will reveal to you who they are in the time that you need to know it. But you could start asking for them to be revealed, okay? You can start asking for their names. You can ask for them to come to you in your dreams. You can start doing your automatic writing. You can start doing your meditating, because you got to hear them. You've got to ask them, and then you got to be quiet so you can hear them. All right. So Danny, that's how I want you to start looking for your spirit guides. That's a whole something. It's a whole lot of work, and I won't get that from cards. I can tell you what angels to work with right now, and the archangels. So we have all these different levels of guides, you guys. We have the ones that we're working with that are just there for us. Okay. So there is nothing else that they're there for. Nothing. It's just us. Us. Okay, all they are is for you. Anytime you have anything, they're just like sitting there going, oh God, please ask me to help you. Please help me. I want to help you. Please just say it. And so you go, could you help me out with this? They're going to be right there for you. Okay, they're the ones that help intercede like that. And then we have our bigger spirit guides, and those are the ones who might have, they're not just there for us. Okay, they could be there for others too. And they could be like, maybe, like, I think my mom is a spirit guide for me, and not always are your relatives, but I think, she's there for others too, right? She's not just my mom. And I also think then we have the angels, the archangels, and the archangels are there for the universe. I mean, they're there for everything. And some of them, they're there. They can be in a million places at one time. And I think, but there are some of them that are only there for the greater good of the universe, and they're not going to be bothered with our petty little somethings down here. But Danny, I am going to talk to you about the Colorado issue and what the energy around that looks like for you. And if I had the choice to move to Colorado, I'm just going to say I'm going to need some help packing because I'm going tomorrow. Okay. Love Colorado. It's just so beautiful. Now, I won't go because I also hate snow. I hate cold weather. Hate it, and more hate it. Okay. Well, Danny, what I see is that if that's what you want to do, you're ready, and it says action and moving forward, making some decisions with all certainty. So if that's something you want to do, you decide to do it, and you have everything you need to do it, okay? The archangel around this that's helping you is Raziel. Raziel is the one that helps us to understand the secrets of the universe, taking stuff that we know and turning it into reality. So some of your dreams that you've had, it's turning some of those into a reality. Now, I do see the next card could be something where it's a job. So these fairies here, they're in this forest, and that butterfly is a mechanical butterfly, and they're building this. And so what it's telling us is something that we have, some of our gifts, whatever endeavor it is, like, and a lot of times it's a job, and we have to bring our gifts to that in order to finish that mechanical butterfly, that work. So whatever we have is needed with something. So I'm going to say, if you've been considering moving to Colorado, and there's some sort of a job opportunity there, that it looks pretty positive for you. Okay. All right. So Viola said I woke up way early, couldn't go back to sleep. Maybe I was supposed to go up to be here with you all. Yeah, Viola. Heck yeah. Brenda wanted to know if there was any messages. I don't think we got Brenda in there. Brenda, let me pull some cards for you, honey, okay, before we go anywhere. And I know some of you have to hop off here because we've gone about 18 minutes over our time. If you do, guys, please make sure you've subscribed and that you've clicked on the little bell so you know when I'm here. I will be here next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we will be doing more free live readings just like we've been doing. This Saturday, though, I am doing that class on basic card reading. If you want to join it, great. I was going to charge for it, and I've had every possible problem with my computer and everything else, so I couldn't get some of it out. So it's now free. I'll be posting the link to that meetup for Saturday on my Facebook page here after this. 1 second. Hey, Dina.
Yeah.
Shh. Dina. Okay, and so I'm going to put that on my Facebook at Intuitive Lisa, and then also join our Consulting, Intuition, and More group. Okay, guys, and here we go with El Tigre wanted a list. Okay, so I've got some extra questions here, Dina. Are you writing those down for me, honey? There's other people that had asked. So Brenda, I'm on Brenda. Anybody after this question from Brenda is going to have to come back next week. I'm so sorry. We've got to get off here and get on to the next stuff. So Brenda, I am answering to see if there's any messages that your spirit guides might help. Dina, there was somebody else on there. Please make sure that they're invited back for next week, or any other questions below Brenda's, okay? Okay, so you don't have a lot of major stuff going on right now, honey, just some mundane stuff. They're saying that you might have been a little bit, you're either spending too much or you're being too cautious, so kind of find that balance with your finances. Make sure that you're giving to people. It feels like you already have given to people who are needing some help somehow. But if you haven't, then please do that, you know, being charitable in some way with our time, our efforts, or our money or something. Do you sew? Are you making masks or something? I don't know. That's just what came to mind, so I have to report everything. And also, it says that you're kind of bored in what you're doing and you're wanting to find something a little more meaningful in your life. So you're trying to leave something behind. And I want to tell you that I think that that's probably not such a bad idea. You're still early in the search, though, of finding what that is for you. You got a lot of unfilled cups here in this card. Do you see that? So see all this? This is all unfilled. And so you're kind of wanting to leave it and go towards the light, And yeah, I think you've done some good things in the past, but you kind of got to the point you were resting on your laurels, and they're saying it's time to kind of move to that next level. And then we've got the King of Air, and that is somebody, like it can be a person. Again, it's typically we see this with lawyers, sometimes counselors, things like that. There's somebody who's kind of analytical. They have a real articulate mind. They're very disciplined. And I think the cards also want to tell you guys, and I don't know if this is just for you, Brenda, or for others too, we think we can kind of cheat the system and get to where we want to be by not doing the hard work. I just said this, and I forgot I said it, but remember being a doctor without going to med school? We can't do that. We've got to do the work. So I want you all to get there, and if you start now, you'll get there sooner. If you start 2 weeks from now, it's going to be 2 weeks longer before you ever reach. You're just postponing where you really need to be. So start now. Okay. I want to see here, though. What we've got. Did I just put that right on top, that card for you? Wow. So I just put your cards back in, Brenda, and then went to reread some stuff, and it's saying, I got this card, I mixed them up again. It's saying you're being too frivolous or too cautious with your money. You need to make some good business decision, and you have to give back to those less fortunate. So I really want you to do that. Now, I pulled another card for you that says you're looking at things the wrong way. There's some situation in your life that you're looking at from the wrong direction. So if you're having kind of a block or trouble with someone or something, can you kind of flip yourself over and look at it from a different way? It looks like there's going to be a pause until you get it figured out. This isn't something you're going to get figured out right away. Like, you're going to have to do some inner work and inner searching before you get some of the answers that you need. That can only come from you doing this work. Okay? Oh, we're at the end, you guys. I love you all. I hope I get to see you guys on Saturday. I'm going to have that link on there. I'll put it up there in just a little bit so that, and if you have to go somewhere and you can't get on my Intuitive Lisa to get that information, look at my hair, my bumps, and my no makeup. If you can't get on there to get the link for that class, just jump on there tomorrow. Just jump on there tomorrow. How about that? Jump on my Intuitive Lisa Facebook page tomorrow, get the link, sign up for the class, and let's get us some learning. Okay, I'm going to see if there's anything else I need to hear here. Anna, your question, sweetheart, I want to answer it, but we will answer that next week here at 7 o'clock, okay? All right, I love you guys. You're awesome. Make sure you follow, okay? Oh, and as always, Dina was back here making all kinds of, I don't know what kind of noises.
I was getting bored, and I was on camera, so I've never been on camera.
Okay, everybody say bye to Dina.
Bye, guys.
On Thursday, Dina's going to have pink hair.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, guys, I love you all. You're awesome. I'm going to go bye-bye now. Mwah.
Mwah.
And mwah.